and I've got my fellow monkeys here, and there will be more monkeys to join. And what we're doing is the first annual DustOff event. We've all got some type of project. Now, we're PC fanatics, customizers, modders, but all of you have some type of project that you've been putting off forever, and this was a reason to kick ourselves in the ass to get these projects at least started and get the parts for them. Some of you may have finished them already, and you're going to show them off to us, okay? And we've got our own projects to show too. So, who was the first to join this session and show off their project?
Well, to be honest, I don't see anyone actually joining, but let's start with who we've got on the line. We've got Bill Owen, just introduced himself.
I'll show you real quick.
Okay.
So we can get this out of the way. I'm going to have to take my headphones off, though, I think. That's the only problem. The HR Giger Tribute, I just got it up running today. Let me know. Boy, I'm not going to be able to hear you. Let's see here. I don't know how well you can see it. But this is a project that I've been working on for several years, which most of you know. And this event was a great reason to finally get it up and running. Unfortunately, since the project is so old, some of the hardware is a bit outdated. It's got a Asus Sabertooth P67 board from, I think, about 3 or almost 4 years ago. So, but I'm running a Intel 3350 in it with 32 gigabytes of ADATA XPG and 256 gigabyte SSD. And I've got two 270Xs with sys cooling water blocks on them in one loop with a 360 GTX radiator for that loop and a D5 pump. And then for the CPU, I have the new Apogee XL with a custom Giger-inspired design on the face, done designed by Eel, our favorite modder, Eel Ambiance, and we cut that laser cut. And I'm sorry I can't get any closer here. I'm not going to hear you, so I'll just do a little tour and yell. So here's the front reservoir. This is for the GPU loop. And there's the 360 GTX Hardware Labs Black Ice with 3 Panaflow fans. Does anybody remember the Panaflow L1As? These produce a lot of air at low decibel.
Do what now?
Here's the inside. There's our two R9 270Xs, Corsair 750, Apogee XL, EK190, the DDC pump. There's the 360 GTX. So I hope you got a good view of it. My headphone cord isn't that long, so did you guys hear that?
We did.
Cool, cool. Well, I want to know what Jesse is working on because it looks very intriguing.
A case of Corona by the looks of it.
All right, you're on, dude.
Sure, he's in the bathroom now.
Oh, of course he is.
No, I'm not. You're all in the bathroom. This is the bathroom.
That's not echoing enough, man.
Hey, carpeted, man. I put money in it.
Why would anybody carpet the bathroom? It makes no sense.
Am I in there or any chance? I don't know if this works.
Hey, there's Chief.
That, Kyle, is fundamental proof you were not born in the 80s. You know nothing of carpeted bathrooms.
Kyle still has to go to the watershed.
Thought it was just out in the fields.
Hey, Cheeks, you got a camera, or do we have to look at your generic icon here?
Is this blue thing on the side me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works great, don't it?
At least put your monkey in the shot.
And I got bitched at for a Jaeger.
You may have to reboot the shit.
So, Jesse, what have you got?
So, this is my old Switch 810, my first case that I did a proper build in. And I was like, okay, for some reason I could never get rid of this case. So I finally decided to do something with it. I converted the case into a test bench.
Oh,
All I did was
perfect.
took apart the motherboard tray, just riveted it out, and kind of, right now this thing is all held by bubble gum and tape. But it's pretty much kind of, I just mounted the whole motherboard tray on the top. So with this case, what I like is, what I'm going to do is install, put the side panel, the original side panel in, and kind of bolt it in so it doesn't fall off. What I always liked about this case was, back in the day, it had all the features that I would ever want in a case. So I know on what used to be the bottom, I can easily mount a 480 radiator. There's enough space for a 240 or a 280 in the front. Drive bays. And I can easily do a 420 or a 360 on this side. So that's what I'm going to do with this. This is going to become the ModZoo, or for testing water blocks, radiators. This is what I'm going to use this for. So next step would be to make sure I get it more cleaned up, cover this area up. Right now it's being held in by rivets and screws. So I'm going to take all the rivets out, screw this in properly, make sure everything is nice and tight and doesn't have the typical NZXT flex in it. So,
You know what, man? I think you're going to inspire a new era of modifying chassis to benches. I'm serious. I love that.
This case had everything for it, so I'm like, it has enough room to install the biggest motherboard. You know, I can install the biggest power supply, so it's just, I don't know.
That's
Well, yeah,
great.
especially since you
Hey,
don't
there's
have
Cheaps.
Do what?
We have
Cheaps.
a cheapskate.
You know, there was a time that Cheapskate
God.
would never, ever reveal himself. And that goes back to when he first bought that webcam from 1995.
Yeah, well, yeah, I felt like shit for 2 weeks. I figured you guys could suffer too by looking at me.
Cheapskate. I remember when we first did podcasts, you wouldn't even tell me your name.
Cheaps, you got a project you want to share with us?
Oh, sort of.
Here, we'll let you take some time.
Got nothing.
Take some time to figure out what you want to show.
Hang
And
on.
Let's go to Chris. He's got this gigantic frame structure behind him on the floor.
Range? I thought that was him.
We call that a media unit.
Wow, look at that. Let's see.
We've been putting bets on to what it actually is. Bill's
I
got down
think
the football table.
it's a shelving unit for putting his collection of different motherboards in that he's fried.
The bed.
Well, that's boring now, Toby, isn't it?
It's also correct.
Toby, I thought you were supposed to be comedic relief here.
Yeah, but I'm
Not
also hitting
redundant.
the look bad, so I get it right.
All right. I like the feet on it. Is that the feet or?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
The lag is so bad. I can't figure out what the hell's going on yet.
Don't give Bill too close. Look, he'll be selling them by next week.
Ah, yes. Yeah, those are cool. I like that. So, what are you gonna do? Just stain it, or?
Probably nothing. We might paint the feet because the bed skirt should cover up all of it, and we don't intend on keeping it long term. It's just sort of, we didn't feel like spending a bunch of money on a bedroom set that we don't really know if we're going to want long term.
Video's had a stroke.
Huh?
No, it's fine here. Oh.
No, I wasn't getting it. I was getting the main icon.
Oh.
Turn off your PlayStation. Have your son turn the PlayStation on.
It's not on.
So.
I'm just jealous because I've got a PS4. 2 PS4.
Oh, please. Chris and Jesse will tell you how excited I was about consoles the other night, so I wouldn't worry about jealous and envy. Chris, so are you officially done with it then?
Yeah.
Cool.
Up yesterday, actually.
Looks like it's going to be a bit harsh to lay on, though.
Yeah, might need to add might be a little rough on the back.
So, after you showed your new wife your crafting skills, has she said, you know what else we could use? Entertainment center.
So far, the only real request is sewing
Shoe rack.
No, I just like to throw all the extras in the closet.
Well, that's cool, though.
Is that a shared closet? Because it won't be for long.
Right, that's true. Yeah,
Jesse,
he's
what
still
are you doing?
newlywed.
The irony is, I just came in from taking a chainsaw to somebody's waterbed.
A tenant that didn't pay? They didn't pay their last 6 months' rent, or what?
This is the guy that gifted me, like, the entire house full of shit I didn't want. It's like, hey,
You couldn't sell?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, no.
Anything from General Mills this time?
A Minnesota company.
No more vibrating Cheerio boxes, please.
What about Tostios?
Right, who else do we have? We have Jeremy.
Those Tostios usually you find all over the floor. Doesn't matter anywhere there's a tile floor, you'll find some kind of cereal product, even if it's a bathroom floor.
Yeah, our
That
family.
house was ridiculous. I was razor blading chewing gum off the bathroom floor. Like, God.
We got Nubasaurus with us. And
Here,
he has,
I think.
he has something he wants to share.
Stu, don't take my tape.
I won't take your tape. Just don't hit me with any chairs.
Ooh,
Good.
that reminds
Got the
me.
next one.
Does everything work? I haven't tested anything, by the way. So,
You or me?
what?
I say we have a Mexican wrestler.
Natural lane break.
Funny.
No mental. So, Stu, what do you want to show us?
Oh, well, I'm working on the fan tester here. It'll get there one day. That, I got a couple end caps for it. And this thing. And this thing. That's kind of cool.
That looked like a butt. I think the lag's getting bad again.
LEDs everywhere.
Everywhere, yes. So, but yeah, that's been done for a while. Boring.
And so with the fan tester, what's the plan for that?
Well, I gotta make up a test chamber, and I'm gonna use these end caps for mounting, and then we'll be able to mount fans on, and I'll have a 140 and a 120, so we can just pop those off, test different sizes, throw a radiator up and check for static pressure through that, and then at the end of the chamber, I'll have an exhaust hole, and we can test for airflow through there. So that's the idea so far. And then static pressure we'll be able to take through the sidewall of the chamber. So.
Okay. And so that's for us to start doing fan reviews on the zoo, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. That's the
I
idea.
should really know
so.
these things, but you know,
Well, you know.
I run
Busy
away
with
and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Jeremy, do you have anything to show us?
Nothing right now. I had something, but the paint didn't really survive all that well for me to start working on it. Acrylic apparently does not hold paint to what I was looking for. But I do have some mood lighting that I'm going to be reviewing here, courtesy of Daz.
Ooh.
Whoever is washing dishes, stop doing it.
So that's what I've got on my plate, plus the Leon Lee A51B sitting here next to me. That's going to be a fun little review. Little being the operative word.
And so I think that Toby, you don't have anything to show us, do you? You don't do anything like me.
I do many things.
I don't
You
believe
have a
it.
webcam to show it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Chief has a webcam.
Screen share.
We'll have to do this like via charades.
You're working on it, Toby.
And then I guess I have to kind of be in here, but I don't have anything. But I do have that now. I have a piece of paper that says I've learned things.
Yay!
Congrats.
So that's pretty much all I've got. So Jeremy, do we have any other people that want to come in?
I
No, we
am
didn't.
trying to get them in right now. So, Cheeps, if you are ready to show something off, we'll switch to you.
I screwed up. I didn't bring my extension cord. All I've got, I didn't plan on showing anything because I've just started something. Hang on. Ow! You remember the Mac products? They made that giant ashtray, right? Well, I'm going to make a giant salt shaker. And that's all I've got. I've been digging through and digging.
Yeah, put that
I got
back in your
better.
parents' room.
Do what?
Put that back in your parents' room.
No.
Put your ashtray next to that.
So when's that expected to be finished? In the next 3 years?
Apparently, I mean, cutting stainless steel is a bitch, and I've decided I'm taking all the stainless steel scrap bits I've got and doing that. And make matters worse, it's just like a big damn bell, so the whole thing, you start cutting on it and it just rings. I actually had the neighbor's dog howling at me at one point.
I have milled steel case panels. I will never do it again.
The hell?
Did Bill just eat the microphone?
Jesse, what are you doing? Ignoring me is what he's doing.
Yes, he is.
This is confused vision.
He's got flashy lights and stuff now.
See?
Oh, man. Looks like we're going to be, everybody's experiencing a heat wave. How about you, Chiefs? Is it really hot and humid there today?
Oh, this is going between 100 degrees and raining. And then going back to 100 degrees only wet.
Uh-huh.
And then raining again.
Oh, man.
So the weather forecast for today is Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, the rain's been really unusual this year.
Hey, Jim's joining us.
Up rather than down.
I thought he was back.
Alright.
He's not quite yet.
Hey, Jim.
So Bill, you've finished your projects that you've been working on for the week. What else have you been up to? Seeing as we haven't had a podcast or anything like that for a while.
Yeah. I'm working with. Here, let's. Jim just entered the room. Let's see what Jim's up to.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I'm trying to get the CNC going, making some E-stop brackets right here.
How many E-stops did you end up getting?
What's that?
How many did you end up getting? Was it 3?
I got 2 right now. So I'm gonna put 1 on each side of the gantry base.
So you have a bit of a sauna going on there today, Jim, with this heat.
Yeah, it's nice and warm. What are we at? It's about 80.
So what is the biggest piece of material you can run in your mill?
The actual work area is gonna be 44 inches by 25 inches.
Oh, so you can make cases.
Yeah.
Is that your goal?
I wanted to be at least the size of a door panel, so like for a full-size tower. So if I wanted to do engravings or anything like that. That's the main goal.
Jim, when are you gonna be ready?
We'll fight to the death.
Jim, when are you gonna be ready for me to start sending customers to you?
Oh, hopefully soon.
All right, you let me know.
I'm here, man.
I've already got somebody I could send you right now if you're ready.
All right, we'll talk.
All right. Well, cool. Is it all done? Or are you still just doing final touches on it?
I'm trying to get. I'm about to get the spindle up and going. That's like where I'm working right now. It's moving. I finally got it going. The motor's running and everything. So between that and Cypress, the Cypress build, got my hands full.
Is Cypress in the same room? Can we get a peek at Cypress?
It's kind of in a pile of Cypress, but I'll take the camera around right now.
Oh yeah, now you get to do what I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to navigate around. We need
So I
wireless
won't be able to hear
webcams.
anybody, but
Exactly.
got the CNC right here.
Yeah, cool. Oh, he's
kind
a
of
Volvo
limited
man.
on my extension cable.
Fractal design. Jim loves Swedish
So
cars.
I built it like this because I plan on extending it out this way, so it'll be 4 feet by 8 feet eventually.
But
All
know,
I see
I
is
got the little rig over here running it. Over here's pile of Cypress. I kind of disassembled it so I could work on the bottom case. I got to make a window into the bottom area for the
down, dude.
But your garage is built, man.
and a couple tools.
It's a nice garage, though,
Router
isn't it?
table. Doing most of the modding on that right
Oh,
there.
fun. We can say what we like about him.
I'll go. Hold on.
You need a shop now, man. You're
Hold
outgrowing
on,
that
now I
garage.
see a foot.
He's got a nice garage, though. 2.5 car garage.
How horrible was that? I couldn't tell.
Dude, we're trying to tell you that we really enjoy seeing your garage latching system, but
Oh, was it pointing at the ceiling the whole damn time?
just about.
I could swear he just grabbed the mic by its cord and started spinning it.
You know what, though? It looks like you're going to be outgrowing your garage soon. Uh-oh, his camera froze. Boo. Oh,
I hope to God
stress.
I hope to God that pristine white floor is a non-slip surface. I know somebody who put a lot of money into their garage floor, and they made it all beautiful and had a pattern, and it was shiny. And the first time their air conditioner dripped on it, they slipped and busted their ass on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll get slippery when wet, but we got to paint it.
I'll leave
That's
the
nice.
obvious joke hanging in the air, shall I?
Yes. Yes. Oh, cool, man.
Right.
Wow.
So, Jeremy, who else have we had joining us?
We have Todd K has just joined us.
Todd.
Hey.
Hey, man. Hey, we love your downtown project, man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Can we see it from where you're sitting?
If I swing around,
Oh, nice.
there we go.
Oh, man. It's like looking out your window at downtown. Wow.
Even get a better view without the window.
So is there any windows we can peek into and maybe see something that's pretty awesome? So is your plan to get a bunch of vehicles parked around it?
Yeah, just all I can afford is the mouse right now. So
You get one of those mouse cars.
If there is not eventually a diorama in every single individual
There we
window,
go.
I would declare that failed.
There we
He
go.
needs a bunch of people. There you go. What is that? By the way, is that an Audi concept car? Just a concept car. I like the big copper chimney.
Yeah, it's been all right for handling all the cables and stuff. It's a bit of a pain. I think I'd do it a little differently if I did it again. So
Sure. Yeah, that's awesome, Bill. What are you working on next, man? You got to be planning something next.
I've got 2 cases, and one's just a pure old case pimping, the old Air 540,
Oh,
and
cool.
just to do up, try out stuff like the sleeving and all that kind of fun stuff, and then the other one is the old the Antec that I first got started on, because it's been torn apart now.
Is that a Soho Antec, or which Antec is that?
Sonata?
Oh, okay.
It's old with that. Well, I'm getting a wild echo of the discussion. I don't know if we can see it there. Anyway, it's just an Antec Sonata, and that one's going to be more of a model / case mod like Downtown was. So
Cool.
that one's just in the planning stages at this time, so should be cool.
By the way, where are you? And by chance in Chicago, where are you exactly?
I'm in Edmonton.
Oh, okay. And you got this heat wave going there as well.
Yeah, it's gentle. It's nice. Not too bad.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, how did you discover the zoo? Because I remember we had met on Twitter a while back, and but how did you initially hear about the ModZoo?
It's YouTube. All those little YouTube videos. Well, I did the a window for the old Antec there, and then I started looking around and found out I was modding without even realizing I was modding. And then I got started obsessively watching modding videos for a month and a half, and there's 50 million Bill Owen videos on there. Next thing I know, I found the ModZoo and
That's awesome.
started sharing stuff. So it was cool. It was fun.
That's great, man. Well, it's good to have you on board. What happened? Is Jim back yet? Was he able to get back on, or something happened?
Jeremy?
Let me re-invite him.
Those lights are shiny.
Oh, wow, man.
Bright lights.
That's awesome.
You might blind yourself if you come into the room in the middle of the night.
Yeah, no, hook that up to your hard drive activity.
Put a little motion sensor on it and scare the cat.
Fun. Awesome.
If he's up to anything. He's normally doing something.
Well, this is the first time we've ever tried this, and it seems to be a successful idea because everyone has a project that they've started and haven't finished. You know, or something they want to start.
But, you know.
Oh, Kyle, yeah, yours has been going on. Codename C is going on for 6 years?
Yeah. M&U is going on for 6 years.
Yes, there's already been a second movie, man.
Technically, have you ever finished a project?
Well, he keeps this website going, though. That's as long as that's going.
I finished
getting 50% of the time.
The competition build I did in 2010. I finished. But other than that, no.
Your mic level's low, Kyle. I don't know if you knew that or not. It's kind of. Oh, what are you, about 3 feet away from it?
Not quite.
It's the Mac thing.
The Mac thing.
Leave my MacBook alone. So, Jeremy, who else are we trying to get on?
Well, let's see here. The creator of the Dota box, I have just sent an invitation.
The Dodo box.
Dota, D-O-T-A.
Oh, Dota.
Sphinx.
Oh, that's the one that looks like an NVIDIA cube.
Yes, so we'll see if he picks up.
Oh, cool. I want to see that thing.
Moving on down the
Cheeks,
line.
yeah, I'm sure, Cheeks, you caught that. That cube-inspired build.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if Alex Venz is going to answer.
Alex. He's in Silicon Valley.
Oh, we have someone joined.
Oh, that must be...
I did not use a powerful enough computer for this. I'm telling you that right now.
Are you using your NVIDIA cube?
Yeah. The Ion just can't handle all of this, man.
I'm using the Modman PC.
When we did a test last week, I tried using my music box, which just has a little Intel one, and it didn't care.
Oh, these Zotac boards just keep going, though. Keep going.
Meanwhile, when you guys tried to do your test last week, you gave me a heart attack.
Oh, yeah. We're on, Kyle?
My phone started ringing, and I was like, oh, shit.
Just walking out of the bar. So, Dota Cube, do you have a webcam?
This is Sphinx.
Thanks.
Hello?
I mean,
I'm hearing dings.
Yes, lots of things.
turn your webcam on. Make sure your cam works.
He said that it's showing that the hangout was full.
Oh,
Okay, so
She's here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 10 people.
yeah.
Is there
In
a...
that case, what I'm gonna do, Todd, I'm gonna bump you off.
Come back or hang out, Todd. What the fuck, man?
Right.
There's a limit to the number of video that you can have.
We're using up the Google bandwidth.
Google's getting upset.
Yeah.
We're
Somebody's
taking up
gonna
all
show
of
up in
the
my
capacity.
living room and beat me.
Oh, I'm kind of confused why you didn't bump Toby instead.
It's-
I'm
It
the only
is-
person in this hangout with a fashionable haircut.
Oh yeah, easy to
I
say.
can see it so well. Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me for,
Right.
being humid and everything. I mean, and having a pair of headphones on my head.
Chief, now you get the experience.
And
Toby
the haircut
Troll.
from 1991.
Meanwhile, it's almost past my bedtime. So,
I got it mostly cut. I can't do my Yeti impersonation anymore.
Yeti or Getty?
Yeah.
It's
Getty,
over the
is
last
it
sort
Getty
of
Lee?
9 months, his teeth started turning into Garth.
oh, cheap
sorry.
screw wonder sometimes.
I didn't understand half of that.
Probably for the best.
Okay, just so everybody knows, we got people that want to come in, but Google Hangouts being a bit uncooperative, which is no surprise. There's always some new little challenge.
All right. Well, Sphinx informs us that there's an issue with his camera, so we are going to invite Alex again.
Okay. Oh, Alex. This will be his first time in. We haven't seen Alex since the last Hangout.
And we still don't see him.
The wonder of modern technology.
Gotta love it.
It's
There
a
he is.
horrible thing.
Hey, Alex.
There he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Can everyone hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
We heard.
Cool.
We heard you got a bunch of parts for something. We don't know what you're working on.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
I should turn on my little bar thingamajigger. I can remember where it is.
I was say we get video of the guys with mechanical keyboards.
Yes, exactly. Chinka, chinka, chinka.
Just makes you sound like you're doing work.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that make 2 clicks per key press.
And we would now like to welcome everybody to the ModZoo's Awkward Silence.
Just waiting for the cellophane to quit crumbling. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, well, anyway, since you're kind of... Bill was wondering what I've been up to. Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now that we've got that out of the way, what I've finally started working on is it's not really computer related, but it's an electric car charger for my wife's electric car. We've just been charging it on 110, and 240 volt speeds this up a lot. So that's what I've been working on. And
240 is amazing.
yes, it's much faster. If you want to see the pile of parts, which the reason that I was talking about maybe doing a work log for this is because while it's not really computer related, it will involve some modding, because I could have just put all of the parts into like an electrical junction box or something and just stuck it on the wall, but
No.
what's the fun in that? Yeah, what's the fun in that? That'd be boring.
Exactly. You're a geek. Why would you do
Yes, exactly. So I had to find the perfect enclosure for it, and I spent quite a lot of time trying to find one, and I think I finally have.
that? Okay. Got our
so-
curiosity.
Yeah, I'll show you. I have to undo the headphones though because my cord isn't long enough for that.
Right.
But yeah, we're doing this again.
It's becoming a
Tagline for
common
this.
theme
But-
today.
Yes.
But I am on a wireless lav, so you'll still be able to hear me, and I
Okay.
have an extension on the camera, so.
You have to
Nice.
sing. You have to sing a song, so you'll still have video.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm
Just
taking
keep
off-
talking, Alex. Just keep
Okay.
talking.
Okay, so now I'm assuming that you're saying whatever you want to say about me. And let's hope I do this a little bit better than the garage attempt. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to watch that. You'll have to excuse the mess. There's a lot of projects in progress here, and I think I can just attach you.
That's not a
Hang on, I've got a cord problem. To this monitor over here. Let's see. Let me just look and see if you can see the table.
Yep, looks good.
And it looks like you can. Okay, awesome. So the big box that you see right here, this thing, that's labeled Shop 116. This is the enclosure that I found for the charger. And the cool thing about it is I won't have this cover on it when it's on the wall.
Looks like a microscope box.
This is actually like an old piece of telephone company test equipment. You have like all the instructions for operating it in here.
Oh, cool.
And some cable storage behind it. But what makes it really cool is it looks like this.
Oh,
Fallout mod.
And so you have a whole bunch of
Yes.
switches and this like actual rotary dial thing.
oh yeah.
And what I'm planning on doing is using a very tiny microcontroller hooked up to this analog gauge here to display the amount of current passing to the car. So normally that'll actually show 16 amps. It's not actually in amps, it's labeled pulses per second, but that's a pretty easy thing to change. And it's kind of a shame to really take it apart and gut it for this project, only because this thing was manufactured, if I remember correctly, in the mid-1960s, I think around 65, I think.
So it's a brick.
Get it unscrewed here.
Pardon
Yeah,
the
it's kind of a shame to take it apart because the inside is beautiful.
Oh yeah. Cool.
It just
Cool.
has all these. Oh, that's a panel there.
How did
All
you
these switches
procure that
and
thing?
wires and
Oh, you
vacuum
can't
tubes.
hear us, Kenny. No.
Fantastic inside. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to keep as much of the switches intact as I can, so that all the switches on the front, will stay functional.
I love those
and
switches.
I'll hook this up as a reset. This button here is a reset for the microcontroller that will be running the ammeter, and then these two knobs are going to get cut out to make way for a small LCD that will be the interface LCD for the charger itself. The charger itself is actually. I don't have it. Okay. I have another microcontroller sitting around here somewhere that's the actual charge control unit, and then got like the little power supply that I posted photos of, piles of glands and resistors and
Well, now Stu
giant
finally has something
cables,
interesting to watch alongside this.
big relays, and this is really ridiculous. I mean, you got fuses and all kinds of connectors.
Stu, what are you doing?
So, yeah, it's a pile of parts. Some of them really cool parts, like this thing that'll turn into the enclosure. Some of them are boring parts, like giant cables.
I
Other
want to know
ones
how
are
he got that and where do we get more?
parts, like, there we go.
Get back on mic, Alex.
Set it up on Google Plus. It's a little tiny microcontroller that's going to be
Oh, he is on mic.
light
Get back to your
and the
headphones.
ammeter. And I got these little breakaway PCB lights that I'm going to stick inside of the gauge to light the gauge when it's actually measuring current.
Can we have it stationary just on
I
Alex?
have one of the other microcontrollers and the little LCD and
Starting to
stuff
get a
that I fit in.
It is Bill. Click on his picture.
That's the pile of parts
Never mind.
for that project.
I had it on
Google
autopilot.
Hangouts, Bill.
And
It was getting interesting though. It was like a really geeky, techie acid trip thing. There was a Alex.
Yeah,
as I
we're
was, I forgot that you didn't have your headphones. I was throwing questions at you, but where did you find that thing?
eBay, where else?
Oh.
Lots and lots of hunting on eBay just to try to find really old test equipment.
That's cool. Did you get a good deal on it?
It cost me about $60.
I would say that was worth
Yeah,
it.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I brought it home, the first thing my wife told me after I took it apart and showed it to her was, "You can't cut that apart.
Wow.
It's too beautiful." She's an electrical engineer, so it's like you can't. And so she wanted me to try to get a second one from the guy.
his and
so we'd
hers.
have one to keep around. But no, he only had the one. So.
But
I have been given permission to mod it.
So the guy you got it from, does he know? Does he have more?
No, that was the last one he had. He basically gets a bunch of stuff from auctions. So a lot of the companies out here, the aerospace companies and telcos, auction off old hardware. And so that's where he gets most of his stuff from. And that's so cool. I just happened to find it on his eBay page. It's like, give now.
Yeah, that's really cool. I love the toggles on it.
Oh, the toggles are great. And that's why I want to keep as much of it there as I can. I don't want to make the switches purely cosmetic, fix them in place. So I'm going to try to, epoxy things together so that they keep working as switches, even though I'm going to have to cut the backs off because they're too long. And they'll get in the way of the 240 going in and out, which is, kind of a safety issue.
That's cool.
I mean, it's a lot easier to engineer these mods when you aren't having to deal with, 240 volt AC.
Yeah.
I thought she just needed an extension cord,
No,
Looks like we got. Go ahead.
Well, you have to use more than an extension cord for the electric cards. You have to use an EVSE. Basically, they kind of are glorified extension cords, but you have the special connector on the end. The connector actually carries like a carrier signal to the car, which tells the car what the current limit of the attached charging system is. So basically, it tells the car, this is only a 20 amp breaker. Don't try to pull 40, you'll blow everything up. And it also does ground fault detection and that sort of thing. So it's kind of a glorified power cord, but it's also a safety thing.
So you don't burn your house down.
Right? Yeah, because that's bad.
So no Frankenstein knife switches.
No.
Yeah, save on the carbon footprint by going with an electric car, but then accidentally burn your house down in kind of years.
I just like the idea of your wife plugging the little electric car and then having the big knife switch on the wall. And
She'd totally do that with the laugh too. That would, yeah.
With
shower
the
of sparks.
So we've got a new person in here. We got Todd. Todd's down in Texas as well, Cheeps. What part of Texas, Todd? Oh, we're not getting your audio. No audio from you.
Give me just a second here. There, try it now, Todd.
Hello, testing.
Hey, there he is. What part of Texas are you in?
I'm just north of Austin.
Cheeps, where are you in relation to Austin? He's looking at the map.
I think it's that way.
So, Todd, what do you got to share with us? What you been working on? I know that you had that 900D project going.
Yeah, I wonder if I can. Wonder how much I can move. I was just working on the sort of. Yep. Where to go?
You're in Texas. You don't have the ceiling fan on. Oh, okay. I imagine that looks like the bezel you're working on.
Actually, it's the replacement for the top panel.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean you're not going to keep that mesh screen?
Yeah, maybe not.
Well, you can give it to Greg.
That's what I was just going to say, too.
So I have the this giant thing. How much there can you see?
This is a beast. XSPC.
XSPC, the 270, and it's actually going to sit up here. It's my phallic unicorn build. So that's been pretty fun, but I was just admiring my lack of ability to measure correctly when I was placing this to see, oh yeah, hey, the pump actually fits in the hole, but the mount doesn't fit in the hole. So back to the hole saw for me.
Oh yeah.
I also did.
Looks like you had an excess PC water block on the CPU too.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of. Let's see if you can get in there. So the excess PC water block, motherboard blocks, and there's another of these Asus Poseidon cards somewhere around here.
Oh.
It's another piece of acrylic that'll be barriered between the 480 and hopefully there's enough light to see that. The little Corsair AX 1200 down there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, all of the random implements of still.
Is that going on the top?
It's going to go on. It's going to go on the top, and I have a another piece of like 1 inch by 1 inch acrylic that I routed a channel through. Looks kind of like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
But the dark side dimmables.
Oh yeah.
Sitting in the channel.
There you go. So light that up.
Light that up, and then I painted out the sides and the tops of that acrylic, so it will actually projects. Let's see how good the Wi-Fi is in my garage. I'm supposed to show you something that's finished, right? Here's that workbench that I created in all of its messy glory.
Hey, you got your drill press.
I did, yeah, man. Did. It works pretty well.
Well, there's also an ongoing theme of garage door rails today. Yeah, because when Jim was in, we looked at the same exact thing.
So the I didn't like the power button on the 900D, nor the I/O panel. So.
Oh yeah. Right. There you go.
This and the first of the cutouts for the replacement, the bottom filter for the
nice.
Whatever. So that's cool. There's my freaking la la. Oh, here it is. I don't know how
a
well
little bit of the garage spring that time too.
Where's your wife and kids, Todd? Did you convince them to go somewhere and go shopping or something?
Yeah, they're out visiting random friends. Oh, you've got date night. Oh yeah, no. We'll leave.
I'm not sure I should even bother with the webcam anymore. It just started raining again. I have no light.
You have electricity?
Can you see that?
Yeah. Oh, cool. Use the mod mesh.
Yeah, I used the mod mesh as a stencil because I was having a hell of a time with my actual hexagon stencil. It worked
Nice.
really well.
We did the same thing on the motherboard cover with the round mesh. It's great.
It works really well, especially if you can cut it to size, or at least have the proper length so you don't have stencil creep.
You're also a new member that I met over Twitter.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Yeah, that's how we met. The other Todd was the same way too. Todd that did the downtown case mod.
Oh yeah, I like that thing. It's very sexy.
That's cool though that I'm making a connection on Twitter because I've been on there for years and it just seems like this last year that I've finally been able to connect with people, that share the same interests.
Well, it's a weird sort of dynamic from a community perspective. My wife keeps asking me, where do you meet these guys?
At least it's guys.
The dark corners of the internet. I don't know.
That's just me.
Well, what are you doing?
You can find girls though too. Just saying.
That's cool. We're gonna check in.
Gathering people is rather like David Koresh's.
I'm in Minnesota, not Texas. We're gonna check in with what Nubisaurus is working on. He's got this big cylinder duct thing. Stu, how's it going there, man?
Good. I got my cylinder ends mapped out, so I'll be cutting this out, drill the fan holes, and all the Minnesota modders know that that black foam I bring to try to give away every time we meet up. I line the inside with that to do some noise dampening, so that'll keep the chatter down, hopefully. So.
Looking at that can makes me want to have a nice big cup of black coffee, man. It just reminds me.
Coffee's good.
Are you going to have that mounted on like a base, some type of base then, a stand or something?
I was thinking so, maybe just...
we call them tables.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah,
Pedestal, a faster pedestal.
I just like to say my can is bigger.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you work on a fan tester too, huh, Chiefs?
There's a stainless steel too, isn't it, Chiefs?
Oh yeah.
Between Stuart and Cheaps holding up their random steel things, it looks like the world's weirdest internet Caribbean band.
Mine sounds like it too, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
I thought you were reaching over to grab it there for a second.
I was kind of hoping that Cheaps would give us a demonstration.
Yeah.
Come on, man, bust out that steel drum skill. No? No?
That's the problem. It's got one note. Oh, now that it's in my lap, it didn't work at all.
Now you hit the end of it, not the side.
Gotta hear that a lot.
Right, both of you, let's hear what they sound like. Cheaps, Cheaps, hit the end of it like you would a steel drum. Yeah. Okay.
What am I, some kind of show pony? Oh god. This is why I didn't want the webcam on.
You turned it on.
Is that a hairbrush? What are you banging out there with?
Hairbrush? Is that one of those goody combs from 1980?
He sings Van Halen into it.
I have hair, I need a hairbrush. And if it ever dries, I will use that hairbrush.
Dude, it's your turn.
Alright, I got a Sharpie, not as sophisticated.
Ah! Beat that,
I think you
Chiefs.
win in the sound.
You need a bigger hammer, Chiefs. Come on. Make it louder.
Yours may cost more, but mine sounds better.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That can be our next ModZoo hangout, the Battle of the Bands.
Totally.
Johnny one note.
All right, Todd, I'm going to bounce you from the hangout so we can try to get Fanblade in here.
Bounce me if you want.
You can hang out, man, and you can hang out and watch, and if there's room, we'll bring you back in. All right. Thank you for sharing that project, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, let me resend the invite to Fanblade, see if he's about.
Hey Bill, looks like you need to add some lights and maybe some other decorations to that awesome projector stand you've got going there.
Oh, there's a reason for that. I think you missed it.
Oh.
I had
More ceilings.
Yes, nice exposed rafters. Got any cats
That's what
up in
Moz is
there?
eating. What you got, Moz? Why aren't you sharing it, Moz?
Nature
Okay.
Go to the ModZoo video.
There's crumbs.
Just playing random videos and stuff while waiting and hanging out. Did we get Kerry in here? Fanblade? He's in Indianapolis. Okay, we got Dota again. Maybe he got his or Sphinx. Maybe he got his camera with him.
See.
See here, Sphinx.
No.
Still nothing.
No, you're gonna have to boot him then. It's not working. You gotta make sure it's working on his end.
Yep.
We got
Oh,
there we go.
nope. Hey, there we are.
There you are. We were almost gonna boot you. You were within seconds of you.
That is a
Can you
very
hear
green
us?
room.
Sphinx. He can't hear us. We can see him. Can somebody message him? Text message him and say, "Show us your cube."
Looks like his camera's
We
frozen.
can't hear him.
Yeah, looks like there's
You're gonna
not
have
a
to let
good
him know.
connection.
Is Carrie ready to come in, family?
Well, let me.
He moved.
Moved.
Oh, we got movement on Sphinx.
No modem.
No, it's gone.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Hello.
Reboot.
Yeah, gonna have to kick him. Alright, still nothing from Fanblade.
This is a train wreck.
It always is, isn't it, Chief?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you get to see, Captain Curacaw's over there just kind of tinkering with stuff.
Yeah.
You just see his little hand creeping out like a puppet show. Hey, take that back.
Put that away.
See, I can get a 140 hair.
Hey, Toby. Toby.
What?
Hey. Well, since you don't have a camera, we should probably let you go so we can give the other guys a chance at cameras.
Yeah, that's alright if you want to do that.
Thank you for joining us, though.
I don't thank you, Toby.
No, it never does.
Whatever, Toby.
Well, we can bring Todd back in after Toby goes.
I can go too. I gotta go at 5, so.
All right, dude. Okay.
Toby can stay.
Okay, Toby can stay. We'll see you later.
I'm sick of watching myself getting hit by chairs.
What was that all about, anyway?
I stole the tape. I stole the tape from Captain Curry Sauce. That's he had his luchador mask.
Ah. All of these things that I miss.
All right, guys. We'll have a good rest of the hangout.
We'll see ya. Talk to you later.
Have a good one,
dinner
Stu.
ready. And, yeah. Peace, guys.
Right. Right, so we're good. I've lost my camera. There it is. So we're going to try and get Fanblade on, because he's been doing some cool stuff as well. But Jeremy, who else have we got to try and get on?
Well, let's see here. We've got Mock, who I got to resend another invite to, see if he's around.
You got any stats on the viewers? How many we got?
About 3, I don't know. I'm just guessing. And they're
A
probably
new
Now
record.
I'm seeing 12 viewers.
12 viewers.
If I remember correctly, that should be 12 current viewers, so I don't think that's the total count of people who've gone in and out.
Yeah.
Well, they probably all hate us, so it's okay.
Well, that's
Oh,
not
my
counting
job.
anyone that might be watching directly on YouTube.
Oh, have they haven't integrated those yet?
I don't think so.
That'd be a ridiculous idea.
Google's far too busy creating Skynet in order to integrate the viewing numbers.
As soon as we have Skynet, everything will be better, though.
Yeah, there won't be any people around to mess everything up.
Well, barring anyone else, I'm going to re-invite both of the Todds.
Okay.
Traffic will be fantastic.
Exactly.
Just the the skull road hazard problem, but
Oh, we've got Mock.
somewhere.
Alvin Barber.
Melvin, how you doing, man?
Good, guys. How are you?
Good. But let's see what you're working on, man. I think everybody would be really intrigued what you've seen this year. I remember when you started this project. What was it about? Maybe that's 3 years ago, maybe, or more. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've heard from you. You had bought the John Hanlon build. Let's see that too, right, Chiefs? Remember that?
Yes,
Chiefs?
both are here.
I think that's what killed that last project he was working on, actually.
He was so pissed off. He left.
No, it was dead before that.
So, what have you got here? Do you want to just give us a quick rundown? Oh.
Oh, did we lose him?
Yeah.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say I'm getting hammered over here, man. Storm's just coming through.
You got
You may be having the same problem.
sun shining here, Chiefs.
Got this down.
It's just a black cloud over Chiefs' house.
It's raining sideways here, man.
About 100 degrees and sunny here.
It's always like that there, Alex.
Yeah, I know. Every day.
Dark outside. Just saying.
Is there anybody else we can bring in, or are we at capacity?
So where are we at here?
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Space
9.
for one.
We'll have one more.
Space for one more.
Anyway, while we're waiting, Bill, you mentioned it's kind of interesting how people are finally connecting with you and connecting with the ModZoo via Twitter. I'm actually curious as to whether that has more to do with people in the modding community sort of discovering Twitter as a usable tool to connect with people. Because, I mean, we've talked in the past about how people are kind of moving away from traditional forums and moving work logs and stuff onto social media, which is in some ways making it more difficult to connect. And some of the other tech people were actually fairly slow on the uptake of social media. So maybe it's that kind of that catch-up happening.
I think somebody summed it up best. They said when your parents and grandparents started moving into a social media channel like Facebook, the kids leave.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, and also I think the thing with different smartphones, Twitter is just like a standard app that you're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy and convenient to just instantly tweet or share something or connect, versus Facebook where you're inside the Facebook compound. You know? And then on Twitter, which is so great, you can actually connect with manufacturers where you can't anywhere else.
You can scream at them loudly.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can actually achieve and moving, like I say, moving some mountains on Twitter and getting up people excited about something, and it's a force to be reckoned with.
Phil, I'm just going to stop you there for a second, and it sounds like you're in aquarium.
What kind of fish are with me? I like neon tetra, although the new clover and their guppy's pretty cool.
Okay, he left planet.
It's happening a lot in his old age.
I think you might be taking audio from your webcam, which, now that it's pointed away from you, is having a bad time.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case.
Phil?
Well, somebody just...
Phil's been kidnapped again.
Time invasion.
2 train wrecks in one day.
It wouldn't be a cast. It didn't have train wrecks everywhere.
Chiefs, you're always so negative about everything.
I have good reason to be negative about everything.
No, train wrecks are kind of a good thing. I mean, you can't help but stare, right? Should increase viewership.
No, we've never really abided by a script, although we've tried with things. It just seems that, you just go with the flow, man. Don't worry about it. It's live. It's part of the charm too.
We'll do it live.
And you get me falling asleep.
I wanted to ask Alex, since he's here. It's been a while since I've talked to him. Alex, do you watch the series Silicon Valley? Have you seen it at all?
No.
No. Wait, Alvin, are you back?
I am back. I'm here. I never left.
Oh, we were just staring at something for the longest time and not hearing anything from you.
Can you see me on screen now?
Yep. Show your project and tell us about it.
Okay, so this is a Berserker mod that is inspired by Bioshock and I'm assuming you guys can see this.
Mhm.
Yes, no, maybe.
What?
I can.
Ignore that.
If you can't see what he's got on the screen, guys, click on his box.
Yes.
That didn't sound right.
I am not clicking on anybody's box.
So it looks as though the screen is frozen. Is it frozen for you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a nice shot, though.
Yeah, I thought so.
That keyboard, I remember that keyboard. Old Logitech.
Yeah.
G...
510.
G15.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we can do something different here.
Is
G22
Berserker finished?
milligrams.
Did you finish it, Alvin?
Yeah, it's not.
No, we cut out.
Oh no.
Okay, Bill. Which one's this one?
16 or 17.
5,000.
Yeah, there you go. Got it. MX 5000.
It says on the screen.
It does? Ah, crap. I didn't see that. Didn't shut it off. Okay, so really that was just an eye test.
I just thought I'd be smart, you know.
Yeah. Can Jeremy, is he still around? Can Fanblade come in?
I've not seen him respond.
Oh, okay. How about any of the Todds? Still around?
Let's give him another poke.
I think what happens is people miss that invite thing, the little icon, or they don't hear it or something.
Yeah.
Elvin, you can still hear us? I can't remember. Where is Elvin again? I forget where he's from. On the East Coast, or I can't remember.
Maybe.
Right, what else can we... Who else is busy doing things? Jesse, what are you doing? You seem to just be swaying.
All right, quick question. Oh, there we go. Never mind. God, my lag is ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
You told me to click on Mox, and yeah, and you know I did, and then he went offline, and then I just had a black screen forever.
I didn't know when he was showing his build and he wasn't saying. I was just waiting for him to say something. He wasn't saying anything, so I don't know if it froze up earlier.
Right. I'm not sure. By the looks of it, it looked like he was trying to switch between cameras, and Google got upset.
Yeah, trying to.
Dropped off.
Yeah. Too much input.
All right.
Basically,
Well,
like my brain right now.
Just a note that
To free up some of this random bandwidth and drop out for now.
Toby's not amused anymore, so he's going to bed. All right, see you later, Toby.
I've got to be up at 7:30.
What for?
I have children, many of them.
Okay.
Toby's fun.
You just shoot out of the walls and jump on him in the morning.
With 6 of them, we do.
6 of them.
Just a note to everybody watching. Right now I'm editing part 1 of our Water Cooling 101 Basics series. We're going to do an entire series on how to start getting into water cooling, the basics, starting out with picking the right hardware, and why. Why do you pick a certain radiator or tubing, what size of tubing? We try to answer all the questions that you wonder about. Trying to get some people to finally graduate from all-in-one coolers onto do-it-yourself loops. And we've got ElpaCool and Aquatuning sponsoring this series. And then we're also going to do, speaking of water cooling, we got some product reviews that are liquid cooling related. We've got the new Apogee XL from SwiftTech and the Komodo LE. Ooh, Jesse's got it right there. The new Komodo LE water blocks, GPU water blocks. Ooh. And I got to see these in person before I gave them to Jesse, and I would say that this is probably the best quality product I've seen from SwiftTech to date. The machining on it is really nice. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I know, Alex. You Yeah, see? You've corresponded with Gabe on and off throughout your liquid cooling career. Yeah, and now Gabe has a brand new factory in China that he built last year. It just opened up. And I will say this, I've seen the previous GP water blocks from SwiftTech, and I will say, like, again, when I saw this Komodo, I was really impressed. Definitely everything they've done has been well thought out because the quality is exceptionally good for the money. You know, for how much you spend, like the Apogee XL CP water block retails for $69.95. And this is the one where it's got the illuminated faceplate in it, and you can swap out to, I think, 4 different colors. But I ended up using it in the Biomech build. I liked it so much when I was looking at the sample that I actually ordered one to use. So it's good to see.
You know, that's not what you said in your vlog.
I know. It's true. I got the sample in we were supposed to review. I looked at the review sample and I mounted it and I installed the review sample. And I'm like, I better cover my ass, and so I ordered one to give to Moz to review. It's true.
Well, there's nothing inherently wrong with manufacturing the stuff overseas. I mean, and Gabe knows this. So long as you have essentially
quality control.
Yeah, so long as you have feet on the ground at the factory, keeping an eye on it, you can have excellent quality and still, allow and use that to bring your price down. And that's something Gabe's been trying to do for a really, really long time. So it's why he shied away from years ago. He shied away from more the blingy stuff and went toward what works and can be done affordably.
Purpose built for sure. Yep.
Yeah. And regarding this whole water cooling 101 series, I knew I should have driven out to bother you. Just randomly show up and like, hey, Bill.
That would have been awesome. You're always welcome to come up here, and I would love to come down there and visit you sometime. That'd be awesome.
I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere here.
Come, if you could ever come to Minnesota, come in August or September, though, when it's just the weather isn't so miserable here. Like the perfect time.
When the snow's melted.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Well, let's see, August. August is a great month not to be where I am.
Have you ever been?
August is when we hit, 114 degrees.
Yeah. Have you ever been in the Midwest?
I have, but I have not been up your way.
Okay, where did you make it to? Chicago or Wisconsin?
Yeah, I think around Wisconsin, and I think that's about as far as I've gone.
What time of year was it?
Cold.
Pretty much 11 months out of the year. No, actually, we've been experiencing this really bizarre monsoon weather, which I know other people in other states too. But we've got, Minnesota is called the land of 10,000 lakes. It's 10,000 flooded lakes. It's just crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy.
You're basically one big lake now.
Yeah, I was gonna say 10 lakes.
Yeah, it's a few weeks ago with the flooding. We live near a creek, and there's a sidewalk a few yards away from the creek. And walking over this bridge, there was fish, or it was carp swimming down the sidewalk from the flood. It's the most bizarre thing. And I don't know. And then what happens though with all this rain is the mosquitoes get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Welcome to British weather.
Are they the kind that can bite you through the denim?
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, we got Chris, this mosquito. He's an expert on them. Chris, why did you name yourself Mosquito anyways?
Somehow it came out of an old tennis nickname, actually, is where it came from. When I played tennis in high school, we were playing a net drill game where everybody had to stand up at the net and play, and I managed to smack somebody in the shins so hard with the tennis ball that they started bleeding, and then somebody called me a vicious little bloodsucker, and somebody else said, like, a mosquito, and it just sort of stuck ever since.
Looks like we got Alvin back.
I'm back. Required a reboot, but I'm back.
All right, I think when you do your TV production style camera shot, there you go. It's all in one camera now. There we go.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so what we got is the Berserker mod, which fell off the radar about 2 years ago. So the DustOff event was well timed. So the intent was behind what I'm doing is just trying to get things fitted into the case. There's what we collectively call a blivet. Yeah, it's about 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound sack. So just trying to get everything fit in place was a bit of a challenge. So part of it was getting everything fitted, but the second part of it was also to try to get all the electronics working. So I posted a picture of the Arduino board on the Google Plus page. So I'll show you the gauge first, if I can get in here tight. So what this interfaces to is to the speed fan running on my machine, and it's got, I don't know if you can be able to hear this or not. So what it's doing is it's toggling through different measurements on the motherboard. So what I'm picking up is a differential against ambient to reservoir temperature, CPU temp, a GPU temperature, CPU load, and memory usage. So the different colors that show up, you may be able to see it on camera, but you should be able to see the gauge sweeping
Oh, yeah.
as I'm toggling through. And the way this is working, it's the Arduino interfaced with a USB cable. It'll eventually be connected directly to the motherboard once it's live. But what it's pulling in is from a variety of sensors that are inside the case, as well as speed fan running using LCD Smarty to interface with the gauge. So Arduino is driving it using PWM. So that's that piece. There's a variety of different buttons that are put on the case. So just scan down here. So I've got a Blink M. It's not at full power right now. It's just running off the Arduino, so it's not as bright as it will be. But you've got a button here, and you can see inside the case the color changes with each move. And I'm using a wave trigger inside for music.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
So then you can toggle through the different sounds. So that's a sound from the video game BioShock. So there's what is patterned after. And this right here on the front is a motion sensor. So that's interfaced with the Arduino as well. And that'll be able to trigger from a wait mode to a threat mode, which it'll play the music and change the colors. And also interfaced on the Arduino is UV LEDs that are placed inside the case. So they're not as bright now because it's running off of the Arduino. But each of these modes, the buttons will change the mode for each. So that's kind of the electronics that I was trying to dial in on, as well as just trying to get everything placed. So I can pull the cover off here.
Now, with the LED brightness, is that something that you're going to change later by just having them trigger with a relay so they aren't pulling power through the Arduino, or are you just going to keep it as is?
I'm using a transistor on the Arduino board.
Okay.
So the power is going to be, I have a 5-volt in that will go into the board itself. It's just pulling too much amperage right now. So I don't know if you guys can see. Slide it closer. And it weighs a ton. I haven't put it on a scale yet, but it's insane how much it weighs. So the amount of stuff that's in here, just getting the routing working, I certainly didn't do myself any favor by taking this one on. But the last piece that isn't hooked up is there's a video card that goes inside back here. And it's going to be mounted, and I've cut the case at this point, and I need to weld a hinge on the side. Right at this point you can see the cuts here, and it'll fold out as a hinge. So, and then the big project will be, once this is all together, is this Canon connector on the back will actually interface with an external PSU that I'm hoping to put some shunt resistors across the power supply and then interface to Nixie tubes on the outside.
Oh, Nixie tubes.
So cool.
You got everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you covered everything.
So, and this is, I think I showed this before on the forum. So this is the power connector, headphone, and USB. So right now I've got an old motherboard because of the time lag on this thing, but I'm expecting I'll upgrade the motherboard at some point in time. And these are the custom water blocks with all the bits power fittings. So those were actually sandblasted. The engravings on the water block were sandblasted using a vinyl resistor was cut out on a laser cutter.
Beautiful work, man.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
just takes too damn long.
It does, doesn't it?
I think that's all I got.
I thought it was too damn long, Bart. Was probably why you jumped on the Hanlon build, wasn't it?
Yeah, speaking of which, let's just set up and show me your feet. So there is the Hanlon build.
Oh yeah, the Hanlon.
So you actually have something that you can run.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd have 7 PCs that don't work.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, it's good to have you back in the mod community again. Was it?
Thanks.
What prompted you to come back though? Other than this project, was it something else or?
I've picked it up off and on, different times, just to trying to finish up on things. But I was traveling and I saw that Galaxy came out with a new card. Let me hold my headphones for a second.
Jeremy, check your Skype.
So Galaxy came out with this. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's a 750 Ti. So the old card that I was trying to wedge in this case that I was running into untold problem with was a low profile, low power.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, basically, it's the same form factor. Do it the other way. Same form factor.
But a lot smaller.
Right.
So it actually becomes practical now to put a custom water block. So that's going to be the next thing. Is I'm going to machine a custom water block to go on. So it'll go. You can see. So it'll be right here. So this comes off. It'll be mounted downward with the HDMI connectors coming out the side. And I've got a flexible PCI riser on the side here. So.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a combination of things, mostly feeling guilty, and then the DustOff event occurring made it even more imperative. So I've had no sleep in the last week. I took vacation on Tuesday.
Are you married with kids or?
No kids. I'm married, but no children. So that helps quite a bit. I can only imagine what you've gone through, Bill.
There's going to be a price to pay this week. That's all I know. Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah. The other project that you did made CPU Magazine, and I don't know if maybe you guys remember, but the old phonograph that he converted into a PC. I can't remember the name of that one.
It was called Cobramatic.
Cobramatic. Do you guys remember that? When it was on the cover of CPU Magazine a few years ago?
I don't remember from CPU Magazine, but I remember seeing photos floating around.
Yeah.
It's been so long. I remember you built something awesome. That's all I remember.
Yeah. If I win the lottery, I've got a whole bunch of other things that are going to come out that'll have motherboards put into devices they shouldn't be put into.
Well, just looking around your office there, you can tell that you're into like collecting like this cool antique vintage stuff from like Victorian era. Like
retro. So much retro.
Yeah, the tank back there is a mod that what is going to be the BioShock mod. You can see it back there in the corner. It was going to be the BioShock mod, but then I found this heater and used it. So that's a tank from World War I, I think.
Oh my god.
They used it in the trenches for spraying. I don't know, for chemical warfare, not to spray the chemicals, but to spray down stuff. And then yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff back there too. But yeah, whole collection of stuff.
What is something that you've always wanted to do, like with all these things that you found that, or you're thinking in the future you'd like to do? Can you share us like a little preview what you're thinking?
So remember the first mod that you and Cheeps did, where you solicited on the forums for ideas.
Oh, the NVIDIA Cube.
Yeah. So I had suggested a toaster mod that had flames on it and wings.
Oh yeah.
So when you guys didn't pick it, I decided I was going to do my own toaster mod. So I've got a 1918 cast aluminum toaster commercial that is I don't know, probably weighs 40 pounds, And what I want to do is I want to put the hard drive sticking out the top like toast and make a NAS out of it. So that's one of the things that I've got on the list. But yeah, it's a few away. The one that's back there above the crate. Let's see, let me grab it.
At this point, you can only hope that a mod like that ends up being named After Dark.
Whoa, more ceilings.
Yeah, plenty of ceilings today. So this is called an amplicol. So it was, I guess, 1940s, 1950s. It's the same thing as Covermatic, and it's Bakelite.
Oh, yes.
So I don't know if you remember a modder from years ago called Mashy.
Yeah, of course. He's in, I know he's in Europe somewhere. I can't remember. But,
Yeah, I think it's Sweden or Norway one. But this is, the inside of this, he did an anemone mod, which is kind of the thing that got me hooked, which has LEDs in a circle, and it's an EQ, and it pulses in and out.
Oh, yeah.
So he tried his hand at creating new modding devices, and he created one that was modularized, or miniaturized rather, and he had a bunch of them he sold on eBay, so I picked up 2 or 3 of them, and I'm going to be putting that in the inside of this one. So it'll be another small form factor mod. But this thing's kind of cool because it was used on Star Trek, the early ones, and Perry Mason. So it's actually an intercom system. Some of them have phones on the top that sit up here. So yeah, it's Bakelite. Cool stuff.
Looks like you got Nixie tubes on your shelf too. Is that some Nixie?
What's that?
What's illuminated blue up there?
Oh, that's just a 12-slot USB.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never seen that. For a second, I thought it was like Nixie tubes on something.
No, I've got Nixie tubes everywhere, but not here.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, series of projects, just not enough time.
Sure. Oh yeah.
You sound like the person to ask. Have you found a caster in the area by any chance?
Yeah, there's I'll have to look up and see where they were at. They're up north near you, but they do bronze work. So I found them. There was a guy. He was at Memorial Park for an arts festival. So they do bronze casting. They're not cheap, but they do castings. And then there's the backyard casters here in Houston.
Backyard casters. I'll have to remember that one.
No, I'll send you a link for it.
Awesome.
Awesome, man. Thank you for sharing. Looks like we have somebody else that joined. Who is this? Is this Sphinx again making another attempt?
Jojo Haroldson.
Jojo, can you hear us, Jojo? Turn your mic on.
Looks like he's muted right now.
He's muted. Jojo, your mic is muted. Is there anybody else, Jeremy, waiting to come in?
Not that I can see, nope.
Okay. Let's see, we've got about a half hour left.
I got somebody's radio.
I think it's the speakers we're hearing.
I don't know. I don't hear anything, to be honest. I'm half asleep, so.
Kyle, I forgot you were here.
It's almost midnight. It's past my bedtime.
No, it's not.
It is at the moment when I'm getting up at 6.
Alright, well.
I got a logo. That's pretty spectacular so far.
So, Cheeps, you said that you were cutting up a waterbed today because a tenant had left, and it was just the garbage they left behind.
Oh,
so.
that was we sold the place after rebuilding it completely, and it was one of those situations where they made a request to clean out the garage. I was kind of hoping I could just leave it there.
Oh, they want to park their car.
And I gotta say, the scrappers in the neighborhood are just because we have a heavy trash on Fridays kind of thing, and so we get people from wherever. They just comb the neighborhoods on trash day looking for metal.
Oh, sure.
And because the trash people won't take the metal, but people will put it out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I put out. One of the things they had in the garage was one of those 300-gallon tanks that's in a metal cage. I had to cut that son of a bitch up with bolt cutters into little pieces and everything, and I put all that out to the curb. I probably put about 300 pounds of steel out on the curb, and it was gone before the trash guys ever showed up.
Have you ever considered like stockpiling that stuff, and then you make the money from cashing in with it? No.
I don't honestly know how they make money off of selling steel to scrap yards, because I've been to a couple of scrap yards. If you take them a bunch of metal, they're like, "Oh, I'll give you $5."
Yeah. Well, if you do it enough, I mean, they're not just relying on one trip. They do it, and then they go back to the neighborhoods again and keep doing it all day long.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how scrapping? There was a time just a few years ago there was no people scrapping stuff. It seems like it's just gotten much more popular over the last 2 or 3 years, and to the point now when you pick out something, it's like, okay, should we leave this out by the alley for the scrappers to pick up? And, it's just not just the garbage truck you think of anymore. Well, we can leave this for the scrappers, and you have those regular scrappers that cycle through that they know not to mess around with your other stuff, otherwise you'll call the cops or whatever. So they kind of respect the neighborhood, and you can rely on them to pick up your garbage that you don't want anymore. They'll take car batteries too.
Oh yeah.
Old air conditioners. Old air conditioners they love.
Well, they love new air conditioners too.
Yeah. So it's a wild, interesting time we live in right now.
I don't know. This free disposal service actually sounds pretty good. I mean, I can kind of tell that everyone's outside of California.
Yeah, it is nice. Especially I've got all these old car parts and stuff from when I used to work and build on cars that I don't know why I kept them, but
hazardous waste, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they'll take the hazardous waste too. The trash guys will take the hazardous waste.
No, that doesn't happen here.
Who's pinging us? Is that
pretty much? I used to have 20 trash cans until somebody came and borrowed a bunch of them, but but I had, like I say, you can get rid of a lot of trash with 20 trash cans as long as you can pick it up. They can pick it up, and if they can pick it up, they don't care what's in it. They just throw it in the truck.
Our local guys have a 25-pound weight limit, and God forbid if you go 25 and a quarter pounds, you're going to have that bag laying there for weeks. Yeah, 25.
Did they weigh it?
I've actually had crews fired because we did for a while there. We had some trash Nazis, and they wouldn't they wouldn't pick up anything, and they wouldn't take anything, and it got to the point where they would not. I mean, they were just driving through the neighborhood going, okay, that's too high out of the can, that's too high. And they, it's like they were just skipping whole loads of stuff.
Yeah, there was one of our neighbors, probably about a month, they had their trash literally sitting there untouched by these guys. I have no idea what it was that finally got them to go after it, but they said, hey, sure, we'll take it now.
Speaking of salvage stuff, we've got a really nice treasure here in Minnesota called French Lake Salvage Yard. It's about 80 acres of old cars. Now, what's interesting about it is that they're like, we're talking 40s and 50s cars, and I'm going to put up just a picture from it. And check out in the text box, that's just a picture. This yard is really awesome. I've always wanted to get Cheaps up here to just kind of wander through this yard and look at all this stuff and find inspiration. I bet Alvin, you two would love to come up here and check out all this stuff. All these just vintage cars just sitting there waiting to be picked over. What's nice is that the yard, they do recycling, but they always they don't go after the old cars. They leave them there for people to take the parts off of. It's out in the middle of nowhere.
You would have to drag me away from that place.
If any of you guys ever make it up here, that's definitely where I'm going to take you to for a day trip. It's really cool. Every time you go, you see something new.
Junkyards here are scary.
Well, what's sad is that, I mean, you've got probably the best junkyards because there's not, you know, the rust factor isn't such an issue like it is here.
Oh, please. Oh man, are you kidding? I gotta find a painter for my van.
Well, okay, who cares about paint?
I'm the one.
No, I'm just saying. It's about to pop its top, man. It's rusting so fast out here.
Well, why is it? Do you leave it outside all the time? You never wash it? It's not garage?
Well, it doesn't fit in a garage.
What are you hauling on top of it, Jeeps?
Yeah, your love van, your little moon crest windows on the side, and your Aztec God airbrush murals.
I had to get rid of that one.
And you have the
he's got a little placard that says "Free Candy."
I really missed that one. Actually, I had teeth on the front of it.
Is it a Ford Econoline? What kind is it?
No. I had it was a Dodge, and it was in Colorado Forestry Service green.
70s?
Yeah.
Cool.
It was 74.
Was that like was that a V8 or 6 and a V6? Or?
V8. It was an ungodly thing. That was the one I had the exhaust. It had the headers on it, and the exhaust system was held together with coffee cans, and the mufflers rusted completely out. So I just filled in the rest of it with coffee cans and hose clamps.
Galvanized coffee cans.
It was just louder than
I remember doing that back in the 70s. You have a car for an exhaust leak, and you get under it, and you'd wrap it with like sheet metal, and then take wires and just kind of twist them to keep it on. And then if it was still, yeah, exactly. And then if it was still too loud, we just need to put another layer over it. You know, didn't have any money. Just a kid.
All right, looks like we're getting some video feed from JoJo.
Yay! No audio though.
I've got more black screens here than ever.
Are we looking at a couple of DDCs? Was that, or was that one? Nice. You can hear us. You can hear us? Up and down, yes. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I remember your build. Oh, this is a nice build too. Step back a bit so we can see what this beast looks like. Nice big window on it. Oh yeah, I remember we talked about it. I had asked you how it was hinged on the back. Yeah. Look like you have dual loops. Is there dual loops? Yes. Cool.
I see a thumb.
That's a huge thumb.
Yes, it is. Can you open up the side window? Can we look inside? Oh.
So that was probably a yes.
We got 20 minutes left. Is anybody else in the lobby?
Switched orientation.
Yeah. There he is.
There we go.
Nice. Individually sleeved wires. That's interesting. I've never seen a pump like that.
That looks like a dual top.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, it is. Okay.
And those are Primo Chill Ghost Revolver fittings, compression fittings. Did you use acrylic tubing or PETG tubing? Acrylic? Thumbs down or thumbs up? Okay, it's acrylic. Okay. Next time, use PETG tubing. You'll like it.
I've always been curious as to how the longevity will work out for the hard acrylic.
You know what? I'm proof right here that it's a big mistake. I cracked. I had in the MZ1 build that we did with the staff, we used it, and I kept getting a stress crack right at the CPU block twice, even after I replaced it from acrylic. Ah, okay.
Yeah, rigid acrylic.
Yeah. Well, your next build, you want to play around with the PETG. It's so much better. Yeah. Do you have any other? Oh, a fish tank. I'm sorry. Oh, geez, look at that.
Wow.
Is that a plecotomus?
Plecotomus?
What the heck is that? It's a plecotomus. He's huge.
I used to have one of those.
Look how
About
big.
that size.
In this video, he looks like he's 3 feet long.
Damn thing popped the lid off the tank when he got mad one time.
Yeah. These are awesome fish, man. Oh, how many gallons is that tank? It looks like it's 50. It's funny that
Crap, we're underwater.
The aquarium, because some of the guys in the ModZoo staff are into aquariums. Oh yeah, there's your feed. That's a great build. Awesome job.
Very clean.
Yes. Do you have any other builds in there to show? There's something there. Green. Oh, the desk.
Very nice.
Oh.
Yeah. I like how you recessed that portion there. Wow. Yeah, this is great.
Oh, I like that.
Very cool.
Yeah. What about you guys? What do you think about these PC desks? Would you build one? Would you buy one? Would you use one?
I don't see what's wrong with using them. I don't think I'd build one because it looks like far too much work.
Hi, kitty. Black cat.
I'd probably build one.
Miss Kitty. I had a black cat once.
See, but then the trouble is, with the frequency you change out parts and stuff, you end up with a desk you can never use.
Oh wait, 2 doggies, 2 labs. One looks like a lab.
Poor dejected thing.
Are those dogs? Yeah, they're dogs. Okay.
Here's a foot.
It kind of looks like a German Shepherd mix, or. Hi, what's up? Were you naughty? You were naughty, weren't you? You peed on the floor? Yeah, you're very naughty. Yeah, get some good premium treats to train those dogs right. I got a beagle, and you got to get the really good treats. Peanut butter helps too.
God, thank God Toby's not on.
Marky's. I'm sure we'll hear from Toby later. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
For the benefit of the hangout.
Nice. Treats on us, guys.
This means we should expect a ModZoo endorsed doggy treats next for your site, Bill?
Yeah, right.
Oh boy.
My kids keep asking if I'm ever going to do a beagle themed PC, and I go, "Oh, you mean like Snoopy?" And I go, "No, just Dixie, our dog." I'm like, "Nah, I could see doing Snoopy's doghouse, maybe, or something."
Kind of cool.
Oh, I could definitely see being able to do a Dachshund build. You just have a really long, large diameter acrylic tube in the middle where you put all the parts.
No, 5x120 radiator.
Yeah, right.
That works too.
Or 6x120 radiator.
I can't have Dixie in the shop because she's if there's any like screws or just little pieces of metal on the floor, she wants to try. Yeah, and I've already had to pay to have some.
The mulch problem.
The mulch problem, yeah. She ate mulch.
That was part of my problem last week.
You ate mulch?
No. No. Let me finish my thoughts. I'm slow, but let me finish my thoughts.
I'm slow. What did you do, Cheeks?
Oh, brother was over, and they brought their dog, and they left the dog. So I started doing some cutting, and the dog would just come over and go, "Hey, what are you doing?" and sit there next to me. It's like, nope, can't do that anymore.
Huh?
It's like, because they don't make safety goggles for dogs.
Oh yeah. I tried putting the LED glasses on Dixie. I wanted to get a picture for the website. Yeah, that didn't quite work. And I tried to get the wife. No, hold the camera. I gotta try to get him on. And he's struggling with the dog and all that. It's like, no, let that go.
It's
Well,
like
this
you
was
making
cool.
the doctor goggles.
Still beats using the clear section of a CFL box as eye protection.
Yeah.
I've actually seen people do that. You know, cut a slit
Really?
down the CFL box and like unfold it, hold it in front of their face while they're drumming, and it was like,
Oh my god.
ooh.
Wow. What, on a YouTube video?
No, this was seen in person. Yeah, that was.
Just squint. That works.
Well, we'll have to do this again next year, huh? I'm sure we'll have some type of project. This will be a good excuse to work on it and share it.
Well, you know, if I still don't have a finished project, I always just wheel myself back there and drag out some like really horrible mod project from 2000.
I think Alvin would dig your project. Did you see what he shared, Alvin?
Yeah, I did. It's very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So there's a place in town here. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. It's all for Fondren Jeeps. They have a bunch of that salvage stuff like that. So I've got one here somewhere that is similar but not as cool as the one you have. It has a bunch of toggle switches that you have to flip the covers on first to toggle them.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be very cool once you get it interfaced.
Yeah, the guy had another piece that I was looking at, but decided not to go with. He actually had an electric vehicle charging station that was built by Lockheed Martin for their little like cart things that they have that go around in their manufacturing floor.
Very cool.
Didn't end up getting it though because it was huge and I think it weighed like 190 pounds and it just didn't seem like something that I should put in the garage or something I could actually move.
We have somebody else who joined us. We have James. James, you have something to share with us?
It's looking like I gotta log off.
This is gonna be good.
Oh yeah, I got
10 minutes.
I don't know if you can see this.
A water block. CPU water block.
Yep.
The XSPC or?
Yep. It currently has a Peltier permanently infused to it.
Oh.
Because it kind of melted. You might be able to see it a little bit there. You can kind of see the charring right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
Do you achieve a good overclock with that for a few minutes?
Nope. It actually just, my computer went to sleep, and I have a secondary power supply that you have to shut off manually.
Oh.
And there it went.
Oh. You didn't have the pump running independent of the computer?
The pump was set to go off with the computer, but the Peltier was not.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it sucks so much power. I tried to run it off of the regular power supply before, but it pulls so much power it starts to catch on fire.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, it's even more fun when the water blocks have acrylic tops.
Yeah.
That goes really badly.
Yep. I was almost done with it too.
James, do you have your PC? What's your current PC you're using? Can we take a look at it?
Can you see it there? I don't have very good lighting.
Okay, let's try to guess the case, guys, before he turns the light on. It's a half, no?
Yeah.
It is a Cooler Master half? Can't tell.
Yeah, it's a 932.
Okay. The help on the top. Yay, I win.
Yeah, it originally ended up pulling the drive cage out. I drilled out all the rivets and plasti dipped it black. So it kind of looks a little bit more like a half X, but.
Oh sure. No, they're good cases, man. I love the half series. Well made for the money.
Oh yeah.
And where are you?
Tampa.
Oh, Tampa. How far are you from Performance PCs? You ever gone there?
No, where is that?
I forget the name of it. Eel Ambience lives near Performance PCs.
Palm Bay.
Palm Bay.
No, I've never been there. I'll check that out.
Where do you order most of your parts from?
Frozen CPU.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you get to you quicker and be a little cheaper. Get to you quicker and be a little cheaper. Postage, maybe. You never heard of Performance PCs?
No,
Wow, because Performance PCs and Frozen are the two largest retailers for this market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hank has had that shop for quite a while.
Yeah, I remember he was the very first person to offer modular power supplies back in like 2001 or 2002.
That sounds about right. I know that. I think Mark picked him up pretty quickly after that, though.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah.
Question is whether it was him or Bucky.
Which motherboard are you running, James?
It's a Gigabyte P67 UD3.
Well, I don't feel so bad now. I'm running one too.
Well, the motherboard actually I think is okay.
I was just because this whole thing about a DustOff event. My motherboard is it's got to be about 3 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, a Sabertooth P67.
Oh, I gotcha.
So you got some kind of type of junction there?
Yeah, I went and I got a Tyco power strip and built my own kind of power distribution block for
Oh yeah. You can do that on cars.
Yeah, it's actually a an old Thermaltake VGA power supply that I modified.
Oh, cool.
And I can't exactly pull it out right now, but I just chopped all the PCI Express lines because they're all 12 volt.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
I modified them to that.
That was a big thing, man, with car customizing stuff, is to have your wires all junction like that.
Yeah.
From in stereos to the car audio guys. Now you don't want to see anything today. It's all about stealthing and hiding everything.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think I had that same motherboard at one time. I think that went into the Wolfenstein build.
Oh.
I remember because when we got it, it was like, oh, blue and white? That's not going to fit our camel theme. It's like, oh, how are we going to work with this? So we got about 6 minutes left. James, what is your screen name? Are you on the ModZoo?
Yeah, XGEKO2.
Okay.
Yeah, Project Sub-Zero is because I was looking at that block earlier today.
Yeah, I had literally just got finished with it last night.
Oh man.
And then tried it this morning.
Oh yeah, it's part of the fun. Well, if you got the money to support this hobby,
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, we just learned to have a backup computer for everything. Never touch the backup computer. That's sacred.
Yeah, desktop is my project.
Yeah.
That's why it's handy to have a laptop kicking around.
Yeah.
Last ditch. You're probably not going to mod that. Probably.
No.
But I have seen people. Try.
Yeah.
One of my own laptops, I cut vent holes in the bottom because that's where the air intake was, and it was overheating all the time.
It looks like we have Mick watching. Hello, Mick. Fresh just for you.
Mick or Nick?
Mick. Michael.
Oh, it was fun. It was fun. I'd say it was a success.
Absolutely.
This is the second time we've done a hangout with the community. In retrospect, would you say that 2 hours is too long? Was it perfect?
I think so long as we have a good stream of people, that it's probably fine.
Yeah, as long as the content keeps going, keeps interesting. Yep. And as we do it more often, we'll get more people. But this is definitely going to be a one-time deal. once a year. Once a year for this. What's sad is that with my business, since we did the new website, it's helped a lot, and it's made a big change in my life that I don't have that shop time that I used to have anymore, which sucks, because it was like the one thing for R&R, you know, that you need just to like break away from the stress of the day. It's like the window is just dwindling, you know. But that's part of the deal, because the case mod work, that's the income for that is up and down, you know. It's just like being an artist, a starving artist. So yeah, I'm glad I actually got to work on my build and feel like I got something accomplished. So basically, like I said, it was a public kicking my own ass.
Well, you know, it's always sad to have that free time that you usually have working on projects and stuff. It's always sad to have that dwindle. But you know, there are a lot of aspects about running a store that are a lot of fun too. I mean, but that may be a different people thing.
No, I think the greatest thing, since I do have a family, is that you can leave whenever you want and take vacation whenever you want. Although we don't, well, I mean, although we don't really do that nearly as much as we like. But if something happens, you don't have to ask anybody. You don't have to say what you're going to do that day. You can just do it, which is nice. But it's not a problem. But the challenge of having an e-commerce store for a living is that it's a 24/7 job, always. And because you've got people from overseas with inquiries, it never ends, you know. So
great evidence of that. I was answering customer support emails from my smartphone while sitting in a hotel the night before my grandmother's funeral. So it doesn't end.
No.
But
and
you know it can be really rewarding helping those people though.
Yeah, it is. And you know, Alex, I've told you every time I see you that we want you to come back. Well, we got one other guy at the last minute here. You got some? Who's this?
That's JoJo still.
Oh, that's JoJo. Hey, JoJo. JoJo, do you have audio?
I guess not.
Still no audio.
No. Okay. Well, at least we get to see you. That's cool. But Alex, like I always say, man, the community will always welcome you back if you ever bring back your liquid cooling business again. You know.
We'll see.
Yeah, now you're just tired of it. You just don't
no, I'm not tired of it. It's just that it's one of the things that both the time and financial investment required is really, really huge, especially at the scale that I would want to do it if I were to do it. And you know, it's like as I'm doing more photography stuff now, so it's like this bag of camera gear over here costs absolutely nothing compared to what it costs just to get like initial inventory for a store.
Right. Right. Yeah, and photography, man, that is one expensive hobby, too.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining us and sharing your projects. I thought this was a great success. It was also nice to match some, or associate some people's faces with their screen names too, for once, and keep building a stronger community. And this, of course, has been recorded, so you can share it or watch it again if you want.
Yeah, we'll have the YouTube link shared out soon.
So that way, anyone who just wants to put it on just queue it up and let it run looping all day long. 2 hours of.
Right. I like Jeremy's cat right behind him. You got a tuxedo cat, Jeremy.
Yes, she is adorable too, and she knows it. My neck has been sweating for the last 45 minutes.
That's funny, man. That's cool. All right, guys, we're going to sign off. Thanks for participating in ModZoo's first DustOff event. And if you haven't joined the ModZoo.com forums, please do and share a project. And or let us know that you watch this video and share it with your friends so we can get more people involved with the zoo community. So, thank you.
Have a good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Success!